Hell, every time I can't talk a subject down, I'm being assessed, put through the ringer to make sure I'm coping. Tell me, Doc, how do you measure how well I should be coping? I decide to indulge him. It's not the first time I've played this game. Well, coping does not represent a homogeneous concept. It's a diffuse umbrella term. Coping can be described in terms of strategies, tactics, responses, cognitions, or behavior. There he goes with his psychobabble bullshit. I use sex, beer, and my job. However, I liked sex, beer, and my job before he shot himself in the head less than 5 feet from me. So where does this leave me? While there is some honesty to my answer, I am fucking with him. Listen, Liam. The pen falls to the desk in frustration, and he takes a moment to remove his glasses. I'm not trying to be the bad guy here. My job is to determine if you're mentally stable for this position. This line of work leaves little room to be complacent. I don't have PTSD, if that's what you're asking. He doesn't comment, doesn't show signs of agreeing or disagreeing, just adds a note to my file before continuing. Let's talk about Incident 9837. He flicks through his paperwork, pulling out a file and opening it up. You'll have to refresh my memory, Doc. Richard Fallon. He starts reading through the transcripts, but truthfully, there's no need. I can recall the incident in clear detail. Hetcherson, 11:15 a.m. Do you need me to tell you how this plays out? What happens when you put a bullet in your head? The mess you will make when the bullet leaves the chamber and explodes into your skull? What's worse, you might not even die. Then what, Richard? Do you want your family to see you like that? The scene plays out in my head as he reads the play-by-play of the incident, yanking me back to the night I witnessed the second suicide I couldn't prevent. Sterling, 11:20 a.m. You're losing him, Hetch. Hetcherson, 11:21 a.m. No, the risk is low. Give me more time. He continues to recite the transcript, and to anyone who wasn't present that night, his monotone recap almost makes it seem boring. Inconsequential in the grand scheme of things. But I know differently. They're my words. That's me trying to save a distraught man who had just lost his wife. It was far from boring. I remember the case. I cut him off, not wanting to hear any more. 5 minutes later, Richard Fallon discharged his weapon. Yes. Do you think there would have been a different outcome had anyone else on your team taken lead negotiator? No. I speak the word with the utmost certainty. Regardless of who took lead negotiator, Richard Fallon went there to die. He wasn't responding to compassion or understanding. We didn't have much time to begin with. I had to go in with hard reality. But you still lost him. Yes. I hate the way my fist clenches on that word, my body's reaction to the failure coursing through me because of the truth. His eyes track my movement, landing on my clenched fist with a knowing glance. How do you feel when you're called out for a possible suicide? About as excited as having to sit here and answer these questions. Deflecting with humor is a sign of negating the real issues at hand. His jab shuts me up, and I wait for the next question. Do you think what happened to your father hinders how you handle a negotiation situation? I don't think so, but I'm not the professional. You tell me. You have my file. I know I'm not helping my case here, but I'm growing tired. Never mind, I've been a member of Team 1 for the last 2 years. Our unit has the top success rate in the force, and yet, even with a record number of high-risk call-outs, today still comes back to him. You still hold a lot of anger toward your father. Again with his carefully crafted observation. It's not a question, but he's baiting me to respond. Of course I'm fucking angry. My still clenched fist finds the metal table in front of me with a resounding thud. Is that what you want to hear? I'm pissed? Even 3 years later? Well, there you have it. I squeezed my fingers open and closed a couple of times to calm myself down. And what